You know, economists like to think that, like to argue, and would like to persuade all of you that workers are paid basically in proportion to the value they create. And I think there's a certain amount of acceptance of that paradigm. People are really not paid according to the value of what they produce. They're paid according to their bargaining power, which is very much affected by conditions in the labor market as a whole. And we live in a very segmented labor market where most low-wage workers haven't enjoyed wage increases for the past 20 years. There's been a process of technological change and globalization and institutional backtracking that has really disempowered the low-wage market as a whole. That word union is really important. That is probably the key determinant of earnings for workers in the public school system and education rather than care. And I think I would like to change the conversation a little bit more towards the issue of bargaining power and away from the issue of, you know, what's the value of what people are producing. It's very great. The value of what childcare workers and education workers is very great. But the market does not really have an incentive to recognize it. And that is the basic problem.
The financing is the challenge. And let's face it, we need a third-party funding stream. I mean, that's what the new campaign has to talk about. That's starting today. That we need a third party, you know, that is not taking not the hidden subsidy in child care wages or the lack of ability of parents to pay, not pitting those two things against each other, but bringing in a new funding stream that can take the pressure off parents as well as taking the pressure off providers.